Gadaba, a particularly vulnerable tribe inhabiting in Andhra Pradesh. Mainly, they are inhabiting in the districts of Vijayanagaram, Vishakhapatnam and Srikakulam districts. In Vijayanagaram district, majority of the Gadaba population is concentrated in Pachipenta and Salur mandals. In Srikakulam district, the Gadabas settlements are found in almost all the mandals. In Vishakhapatnam district, Gadaba population is found in Anantagiri, Araku Valley, Chintapalli, GK Vidu, Hukumpeta, Koyuru, Munchinipattu and Panderu mandals. The Gadabas are inhabiting interior forest regions. It takes nearly 3 hours 40 minutes to reach settlements from Vishakhapatnam city. The road which leads to the eastern Ghats where they are inhabiting is very narrow. You can see is a thick forest occupied by the Naxalites. Gadabas are considered as one of the early settlers of our country and trace their origin to the time of Ramayana. It is believed that their ancestors immigrated from the banks of river Godavari and settled in Nandapur, the former capital of the King Jaipur of present Koraput district in Orissa. It is also said that the Gadabas migrated from the Godavari valley to the settle eventually in Gadabanda Pada, a village in Lamtaput block in Koraput, where from they again migrated to different places in search of land. The name Gadaba seems to have been derived from the word Gada, which means name of a brook in the region. Later on, dislocation of tribal population, the Gadabas might have migrated to Vishakhapatnam region and then Koraput. According to Ayyappan, the Gadaba have 6 subdivisions. They are Bodo or Gutob Gadaba, Valoro Gadaba or Valar Gadaba, Parangi Gadaba, Kalyu Gadaba, Kapu Gadaba, Katri or Katara Gadaba. In Vijayanagaram district, there are 4 major social divisions among Gadaba and they are listed in social hierarchical order as follows: Katari Gadaba, Tum Gadaba, Parangi or Goli Gadaba and Volari Gadaba. Kapu Gadabas are mostly found in the plain areas of Srikakulam district and subsist on settled agriculture and employment. The Gadabas are broadly divided into 2 linguistic groups: the Gadaba who derive their name from a Dravidian language and the Gutob who derive their name from Austric language. The Gadabas of Odisha speak in Gutob at home. Gadabas speak their own dialect and this dialect is included in Munda linguistic family. Gadabas in Vijayanagaram district mainly distributed on the base of the people who speak Gutob. The present ethnographic film on Gutob Gadaba was conducted in Vijayanagaram district because the Gutob Gadabas are more concentrated in Vijayanagaram district. Thurston and Rangachari divided the tribe into 5 sectors, that is Bodo or Gutob Gadaba, Parangi Gadaba, Volar Gadaba, Katari Gadaba or Katara Gadaba and Kapu Gadaba. According to them, the last section which were found to them to be settled in the plains originally belonged to Bodo Gutub sections. Gadabas in Vijayanagaram district mainly distinguished on the basis of the people who speak Gutob, Adivasi Oriya and the regional language of Telugu. The present generation among the Gadabas are very fluent in Telugu language rather than in their own dialect. The Gadaba people who speak exclusively in their own dialect still are treated as separate group and refer them as Golu Gadabas. The Bodu Gadabas are concentrated in Malkangiri area and in the borders of Vishakhapatnam district. They speak Adivasi Oriya and live in the extreme backward conditions. Ethnographic film documentation on Bodo Gadaba was conducted in the district of Vishakhapatnam because Bodo Gadaba is more concentrated in Vishakhapatnam district. Marital relations do not exist in between the subgroups. Commensal relations exist. Social hierarchy is also found among these subgroups. The Gadaba settlements are unique in their way of construction and shape. One can able to identify from a long distance that the settlement is Gadabas because the conical shape of the house with the thatched huts and beautifully located places. The Gadabas establish their village in the lap of nature, always surrounded by green patches and stretches long on a hillside. One can find many jackfruits, mango trees, tamarind trees, banyan trees, etc. around the village. Gadaba houses consist of two or more huts, one of the parents and the other is for the married sons. They also construct a shed for domestic animal outside their residence. Each house follows a homogeneous pattern. The walls are made of mud or stone with a number of wooden pillars supporting the roof, which is thatched with forest grass or paddy straw. Recently, they are constructing the roofs with the tiles. Typically, most of the houses do not have windows. You can observe here the unique way of construction of the house. The low roof with small walls, the big house, and the small house is for the cattle. You can see here cattle herding. Every house is having a cattle shed and every house is a compound wall made with the wood. The Gadaba women keeps their houses very clean and neat. You can see here every week they used to clean the houses and apply the red mud mixed with cow dung. Here you can see how they are applying not only inside the house but also outside the house. They are applying and cleaning so that no fly, no insect will come inside the house. It is a unique characteristics that we find still among these Gadaba tribe, cleaning of the house and maintaining the house with rangoli. You can see here the beautifully cleaned house. The thatched huts gives a cooling effect. The dress of both male and female is very simple. The term for cloth is called as lunga and a piece of cloth is grounda. The old men wearing dokra of traditional dress, that is loin cloth, which is called as gamsa, to cover the private parts and the rest of the body is naked. And also tattoo marks are found on the hands, legs and the body. The younger generation men wear western dress like pants called as jogi, t-shirts and shirts. The boy children Pilla Mon wear knickers, that is jongi, and shirts choka. Women wear traditional saris called Gotangla or it is called as Bijigandi. 3 to 4 meters of sari which is tied first on best of the knee and the remaining portion of the sari is taken onto a cover breast level which is clutched by tying a knot on the left shoulder. The older generation women wear the saris without blouse. Both older men and younger women wear gamsa, which is similar to loin cloth they wear inside the sari. Gadaba women are fond of wearing number of ornaments made with brass or aluminium. Traditionally, the peasant jewelry fascinated the Gadaba women for its equivalent design. Women use different types of hairpins and wear earrings, nose rings, and finger rings. They use bangles which are made of brass, which are available local market or weekly shandies. Some of the commonly used ornaments of Gadaba community are hair clip, kosadang, big silver neck ring called as kagle, nose ring called as dandi, black necklace called as title, red necklace, bandara, long necklace made with gunguru, that is bid gangara, etc. The food and drink habits are completely based on what they grow and harvest from their own lands. Rice is called as chawal and ragi gruel made out of finger millets or their staple food. The finger millets gruel is consumed 4 times a day whenever they feel hungry, which tastes sour, and the chawal rice is consumed once twice a day. With the seasonally available green leafy vegetables called as sag, which includes kumudu sag, that is pumpkin leaves, or gori sag, that is called as goddu. People consume dal in rice, which are prepared out of different kinds of pulses grown by themselves. The delivery is conducted by a traditional doi called as Sutra Nimaji. The delivery is conducted in the living room of the respective pregnant mother's home. Delivery takes place in squatting position. The pregnant mother sits on a gunny bag in the squatting position and holds firmly a sari, which is dropped from the roof, especially for delivery purpose. After the baby is delivered and the placenta is out, then the umbilical cord is tied with turmeric smeared thread and cut using a new blade. They heat it and earth a means of sterilization. The placenta is disposed in the backyard of the house after collecting with the cow dung and buani wahili leaves. The tribe follows patriarchal system. The rule of residence is patrilineal and rule of residence is patrilocal. More number of nuclear families are found in the study villages, followed by supplemented nuclear families, and less number of families are joint and patrilocal extended families. Neolocal residence. There are few joint families also exist among them. The joint family generally consists of mother and father. The term for marriage is biba. They define it as a man and a woman who, like each other, will live in the house and produce children and inherit father's property. The marriages are clan and lineage exogamous, where monogamy is the rule but polygamy is also practiced. The tribe selects the partner of his her own wish and get married by the form of elopement or mutual consent or service or capture marriage. Mostly the elopement and capture marriages causes disturbances in both the families as it goes against the parents' wishes on making their sons or daughters marriage with the person whom they like. But these disturbances wane up when the newlywed man's family gives bride price, which is called as jolla, to the newly wed man's family. Divorce and remarriage is allowed in this community. When the divorce is initiated by a female, then she has to pay back the bride price to the bridegroom. The remarriage is allowed and second marriages also is allowed. 8 forms of marriage practices are observed in this tribe. They are: marriage by elopement is called Odilia Gale. Marriage by capture is called Jigianale. Marriage by mutual consent is called Magniale. Marriage by love is called as Istukore. Marriage by service is called as Goruvaye. Marriage by second marriage is called as Sauta Biba. Widow remarriage is called as Randi Manos. Widow remarriage is called as Mundas Mavos. Apart from Pidur Devatas, that is ancestral deities, the tribe worships different village deities located in their own respective villages. They are Karandi Devata, that is god of hunting. One of the days of the Itikala festival in April, the tribe offers prayers to the village deities. The prayers are intended to catch good number of animals during community hunting. The second one worshipped by them is Nisani Devata, that is god of protection from evil spirit. The third god worshipped by Gumma Devata is god of village. The fourth god worshipped by them is Koti Devata, that is god of protection. The god is worshipped in the month of November, who seeks over the intrusion of the evils in the village. Then the next one is worshipped by them is Undi Devata, that is god of respect. Then the god worshipped by them is Tasur Devata, that is god of welfare. Then Puringi Devata, that is god of fortune. Then Podamari Devata, god of faith. So these gods are worshipped by the tribe periodically in their festival days. Nisani Devata ritual is performed under Jamkoli tree for the welfare of the village to avert the diseases and evils which causing due to heavy rains. Tamarind, minor millets, fruits, roots, leaves and other food materials collected from forest are eaten by them only after offering to the Pidori Devata on these festival days, and also offer prayers to Vandi Devata who protects livestock and crops from heavy rains. They believe in devils, evil spirits and witchcraft. They are always found with the talisman either on the neck or on wrist of the hand or with pelvic thread, which they think are as safety nets against evil effects. They believe in 6 types of evil spirits, which they say that they might be staying in and around the village and hills. Those are Surgoni Dumma, Bag Dumma, Dongriya Dumma, Nor Dumma, Potta Dumma and Merching Dumma. After good harvesting of paddy, the tribe offers Kallam Puja to the Mother Earth for giving them good yield, and it is worshipped by the entire clan members. All the clan members participates in this puja. Sometimes the entire village also participates. In this village which you are observing, that is a community participation in seedling, harvesting and almost all the work done in the agricultural field. They not only given to the clan members a share from the yield, but also they give a feast on this puja day to all the village members who are assembled and helped them in harvesting and seedling. They also worship with the harvested paddy all the Panchabhutas, that is, earth, sky, rain, water, and air. Here you can see they are worshipping and offering the paddy to the Mother Earth and lighting of the lamp, offering the liquor, and performing the puja to the god. It is really a worth seeing offering by the tribe to the goddess earth and other Panchabhutas. Not only this tribe, but all the tribes inhabiting in Vishakhapatnam agency areas performs this puja. After performing this puja, they light the paddy with the fire. You can see the bonfire fired by the people, and that ends the puja of Kallam. Apart from the traditional tribal gods, they also worship Hindu gods such as Shiva, Vishnu, Ganesha, Parvati, Lakshmi, and Saraswati. Once the Gadabas were food gatherers, hunters, and Podu cultivators and horticulturists. Over a period of time, because of the influence of the modern legal activities, influenced them to become settled agriculturists. Most of them still follow Podu agriculture, and some of them have shifted settled agriculture. The important economic substance of economy is change in domestication of the animals, which you can observe here. The indigenous cows and bulls adopted by them and growing by themselves for doing agriculture. You can see most of the families now shifted their economy for milk collecting and milk selling. It became an important economic activity for the women to take care of the milch animals, collection of the milk, and selling the milk, which earns a good amount of revenue for the family. For the family maintenance, for majority of the tribe, depending on the cows' milk selling. The agricultural land used by the tribe for cultivation can be divided into 4 different kinds of lands, such as Beda or lowlands. Besides the streams, only wet rice cultivation. Garu or highland, which is above the streams. Here they cultivate different ancient rice varieties like Samulu, Mundia, Koralu. The third variety of land is Dongar Bhumi or forest land. They cultivate oil plants, cashew, eucalyptus, coffee and pepper, mangoes and jackfruits. And the fourth one is Podu or home gardens, that is beans, turmeric, long pepper, butter poles, maize, pumpkins, charu-dumpa, greeny leafy vegetables, pumpkins, jatropha plants, mangoes and jackfruits are cultivated. They have adopted growing mixed crops like cereals, grains and pulses in the same field and harvest at different periods. And you can observe here they have grown maize, jowar, ragi, different millets, and also some of them grow ginger and turmeric in the same field and harvest in different periods of time, so that they can able to grow number of crops and also get good amount of food grains and commercial crops from this. Women play a significant role in contributing the family maintenance. Apart from participation in agricultural work and domestic affairs of the family, the women also work in harvesting, cleaning, storing of the food grains. It is the duty of the woman to husk, pounding, and grinding of the food grains to prepare the food for the family. The tribe sells their surplus products to non-tribals and also in the weekly shanties, which you can observe here, different kinds of pulses are sold in the market. After selling their products to the merchants or local buyers, they used to purchase imported things like tobacco, which you can observe here for their requirements, and dry fish is their major requirement for them for their consumption. They purchase new clothes like lungi, shirt, pants, and different ready-made materials also. And the purchased clothes they get stitched in the weekly shanties itself. The same day they get stitched. They also buy different kinds of consumer articles like soap, tea, matchboxes, and different varieties of snacks which you can see here. Apart from the steel and aluminum vessels, they still depend on the mud vessels which you can see here. They purchase the mud pots for their cooking purposes and also the bamboo baskets for their daily working in the fields, which is a unique characteristics among the tribes. Still they are using the mud vessels for their daily cooking and drinking purposes. Also purchase different kind of iron implements. Apart from the sweets and savories, they also like to purchase the grapes and different kind of fruits which are not grown by themselves in their forest regions. The tribe purchases new clothes in the shanty like saris, blouses, pants, shirts, ready-made garments for both male and female, which you can observe here in the weekly shanties. They like dark clothings for their wearing, and the same day they will get it stitched in the shanty itself. Women is the backbone of tribal society, not only contributing to the domestic works, but also they contribute the family income and generation of economy for the substance of living. The substance of living of the tribals majorly depend on the women. You can observe here the women contribution to the economy in the way of horticulture. The women grow the vegetables of different kinds. You can observe here, I need not explain, by viewing itself you can appreciate the contribution of women in the tribal society. They grow tomato, cauliflower, cabbage, carrot, beetroot, leafy vegetables. Different kind of beans, radish, and also they have the economic resources to develop and preserve for the future of the family. See the woman, she has grown the cauliflowers, one of the organic way of growing they know, and they will bring it to the weekly market and they sell it, and With that amount, they purchase the essential commodities for the families and they maintain the family's economy. You can see here the sweet potatoes grown by them, which is a unique horticulture way they prepare their food materials and contribute not only in the way of selling for the money but also they practice the barter way of system still with some people. Here the greeny leaves purchasing and selling are worth seeing the Sunday markets. I really feel emotionally happy by seeing the tribal women, their contribution to the not only to the family economy but also to the needy society, providing the rich food. The entire Vishakhapatnam agency and the part of the city of Vishakhapatnam enjoys with the tribal fruits, vegetables and green leaves provided by them. If you visit to the early morning in the Vishakhapatnam, some of the markets where the tribals exclusively sell their products in the city. This is the greatest contribution of the majority of the tribes inhabiting in the Vishakhapatnam region. Some of the vegetables of unique, you can see the freshness, the mirchi, the beans, all organic products without any fertilizers or pesticides, they will grow in the fields. The tribe generate money by selling traditional liquor in the ate, that is in shandy, to meet their daily needs. The liquor distillations are prepared in their homes for 6 varieties of products such as pendo and modh from amot, that is the tamarind liquor, mundia finger millets liquor, choul, that is rice liquor, panos jackfruit liquor, mango liquor, baliamji, that is cashew fruit liquor, and sap of salop, that is julugu chettu, that is Crayota urens liquor. The modh is a liquid formed by boiling pendum and passing gaseous vapors into a closed vessel. A glass of modh or pendum, that is 200 ml, costs 10 rupees, which is sold in the village and in the shandy. Majority of them women. It is a weekly once they used to prepare and they used to sell it in the weekly shandies, and the money they procure from this will be used for the daily needs such as for purchasing the essential commodities, salt, sugar, tea leaves, tobacco, matchbox and other food items. Majority of the women, especially the senior ladies, used to sell the liquor. You can see here different kinds of liquor are sold in the shandies and also in the villages. They won't purchase the liquors from the outside market. It is a traditional liquor from generations they are preparing from different ways and different methods. Of course, nobody can interfere in the personal affairs of preparation of the liquor. Most of them consume their own liquor in their own homemade. That is why they are very healthy and also happily they are living, which you can see here how much liquor they are preparing for themselves, and Rice beer is one of the important liquor which is consumed by them in the villages. Among the 6 varieties of liquor produced by them, the panos, that is jackfruit liquor, the mango liquor, bolia munji, that is cashew nut fruit liquor, are the tastiest ones among them. Among the liquors, the cashew fruit liquor is very expensive, followed by jackfruit liquor and finger millet liquor, which are considered to be the superior quality among other liquors. Apart from the indigenous liquor prepared by them in their houses, they also depend on Jilga Kallu, that is Crayota palm sap, and Eurasian Crayokma sap, that is called as locally as Landa. Each family, they used to have 1 or 2 trees. In the olden days, they used to have 4 or 5 trees which will be used for collecting the palm sap, and they sell it in the local market. Each palm sap gives a good amount of revenue for the family. Those who are having 2 or 3 palm sap trees is sufficient for their family maintenance. So, most of them used to maintain 1 or 2 plants in their agricultural lands. See, I have the taste like beer, which is indigenous liquor consuming by themselves. It is expensive in their own way of consuming the liquor apart from that indigenously made beer, rice beer and other liquors. The tribe have their own political system ruled by the headman of the village called Naidu. The eldest son is the successor of the village headmanship. If not, younger son comes into role. The son succeeds the position of this father in the village. In case of father, the headman dies or become old. The village headmanship is through hereditary, passing down through generations on the basis of patrilineal system of inheritance. The village members consider him as the first member of the society. The people give much respect to their village headman, follow his advices. Every village has 2 secular leaders, in which the village headman, Naidu, and takes the leadership by descent, and the other is called a Chalan, that is advisor, which is changing from time to time, and all the family members are the members of this political system.